working on rafters. I've got the 4 end rafters all cut, and I'm starting to work on the LVL center rafters. There are 6 of those. For the ends, they are going to be set into the posts in that slot with that end. And then on the other end, they'll sit flat atop the post, and we have a overhang support member cut into it. To give you an idea on length, I slid this guy into the post. Yeah, this is a good size 10-foot roof here with a 412 pitch. So we're gonna try to leave them kind of an open style. So we should see the full height of the roof there. Well, I've been cutting posts and now rafters. Robert's been working on a big landscaping project here. We're siding our driveway with wildflower. So step 1 was to clear the woods, remove any small trees, kill any existing vegetation. He's cleared a massive amount along the side. It was logged about 5 years ago, and most of the trees that are here are just small brush, and most of them will get weeded out over time. So we're selecting for the ones that we want to grow and clearing out the rest. So we're going to be seeding this entire area, and hopefully come spring we start to reap the benefits of this. It should look really nice when you come down the driveway and see a whole little area of wildflowers here. They take about 3 years to fully root and fully mature and fully flower. So I'm not sure exactly what we'll see next year, but it should be a good start. We'd love to do a lot more here. We'd love to go back all the way until these small trees are gone, but oh God, that would just be too big of a project for this time. I think we're gonna stop at this point for now, seed it, see how it goes. If it looks really good, maybe come next year we can clear some more stuff and continue the project. My parents stopped by last night, and in a fit of madness, we decided to raise our first post. It went up remarkably easy, and we did it all by hand. We created basically a lever with one of these braces and lifted it up while a couple other hands were on it. We got it nice and squared up using a sledgehammer to tap it into the right position, secured it with the lag bolts initially, and we attached the rafter permanently on this side. It pounded in so snug, it was beautiful. Put 4.5 inch nails, ring shank into it, and then set the other end here. We still have to square it up and make sure both are perfectly plumb. This post has a little bit of bend in it that we may want to try to straighten up, but I think we'll try to do it as we attach the girts. So today Robert's starting the girt cuts, and as he cuts them, I'll be attaching them here, or at least that's the plan. We got a healthy amount of rain last night and everything has cleared up and it's gorgeous this morning. We're going to start off today by raising the second large post and attaching it to the previous one with the girts that are all pre-cut here. We've created a bit of a lever here for raising the post. It's only attached with a deck screw, so it's a little precarious in my opinion, but it worked well for the first one and hopefully it'll work well for this as well. We've got the scaffolding and the ladder, so once it gets up to a certain point, Robert will be able to scramble up and hold it while I secure it to the posts around it. 1, 2, 3. Give me a second. You got it? Hold? Yep. Ooh, plastic is very slippery. Give me a second. Okay. Got it? Yep. I started slipping. No problem. Stop for a sec. Okay. So that was kind of textbook. It slid up perfectly. Absolutely no mishaps or loss of control at all through the process. We were able to spike it into both planes pretty quickly, get a rough plumb, square it up on the bottom, leg it in place, and readjust up top for pretty much perfect plumb. Next we'll start putting the girts in. While I do the girts on this one, Robert's going to be cutting the girts for the next 2 bays. So all those girts are in. That was a lot of work. It went fast, but it's just very physical. So I'm pretty exhausted just putting that row in. We also re-braced it just to make sure everything was nice and plumb, and it's looking really good. Next I'm going to put in the permanent wind brace. I have an 18-foot board here. I'll screw it in place, mark it off, start making all the cuts, and then put it in. This wall's done. We took a second to mount the manifolds, get them off the ground, which is not really the best place for them. So they're out of the way and hopefully safe. The rest of the wall came together really nice. The lead-in bracing for this was such a pain in the butt. There's just so many cuts, so high up, tricky use of saw, and I really don't enjoy that. But it's such a labor-intensive process putting in this diagonal bracing. It is really nice though. It makes the wall rock solid. It's just really challenging to cut in, especially way up there. In any case, this wall is done. We still have some temporary bracing in there as well, but that's fine. And we're still braced to the exterior wall here, just to hold things together. We're not gonna put the rafters on until all the posts are up and we can get a string line along the top just to make sure the ridge line for the lean-to here is perfectly straight. Next, we're going to start working from this end. My thought was, we're doing everything theoretical, so all the girts are theoretical cut. And my thought is, if there were any errors encountered because the wood's twisted or the posts are twisted and there's a little extra thickness somewhere, that I'd rather deal with that in the center of the building rather than on the ends where the end walls, you know, we really want them nice and square and straight. So we're gonna start over here and connect it here, which is nice. We'll be able to frame our first door rough opening, which is exciting. And then we'll move this way toward the existing wall, meeting with the post in the center. Should work pretty well. I don't see any reason to be concerned about it. And things are going up quite quick. The biggest challenge is I am just physically not very strong, and climbing scaffolding like monkey bars and hanging over there with a jumbo nailer that's 15 some pounds plus the weight of the cord and nails, just the whole thing is really physically exhausting for me. Add that when working midday and the sun's pounding down, it's just unpleasant. So I'm slow, but we're making progress. Well, we've framed our first door. It went pretty smooth actually. Everything was theoretical. We only measured the two that came all the way down to the sill plate from one of the girts. Obviously the concrete isn't theoretical, so that had to be measured. Everything else went together with exact specs. We did screw in a couple braces here just to prevent anything from going out of square or out of true, I guess is more accurate. And we'll remove those once everything's locked into place. Next step is this wall segment. So we'll raise the post that's right there by the ladder, bring that up, and do the girts connecting these two posts. This has another door, a service door between the two rooms, and it does have a window as well, but the window will be between two girts, so we can ignore it for now.